Hey there, garden enthusiasts. Are you dreaming of overflowing raised garden beds bursting with veggies and blooms, but the thought of filling them with soil is making your wallet weep? You're not alone. Filling raised beds can seem like a huge expense, but guess what? It doesn't have to be. In this video, we're diving deep into budget-friendly secrets to fill your raised garden beds without breaking the bank. We'll cover clever tricks and tips that will save you money and still give your plants the perfect growing environment. Ready to get your hands dirty and your garden growing without emptying your pockets? Let's get started. First up, let's talk about the base of your raised bed. Instead of filling the entire thing with expensive topsoil and compost, consider using the lasagna gardening or hugelkultur method. Sounds fancy, right? It's actually super simple and incredibly effective. Basically, you're creating a layered base using organic materials like branches, logs, twigs, leaves, and even cardboard. Think of it like building a compost pile right in the bottom of your raised bed. As these materials decompose over time, they'll slowly release nutrients, improve drainage, and reduce the amount of soil you actually need. Plus, you might already have a lot of these materials lying around your yard for free. Gather up those fallen leaves, prune some branches, and you're already saving money and being eco-friendly. Next, let's talk filler. Once you have that base layer in place, you still need to fill up the majority of the bed before adding your topsoil mix. This is where you can get really smart with your budget. Instead of pure topsoil, consider using cheaper filler materials to bulk up the volume. Things like pine bark, wood chips, untreated, or even straw can be fantastic options. These materials are much less expensive than soil and take up space without compromising drainage. They also continue to decompose slowly, adding organic matter to your bed over time. Just make sure you're using untreated wood chips to avoid any harmful chemicals in your garden. Now, for the top layer, the soil mix your plants will actually grow in. You definitely want a good quality growing medium here, but you can still save money by making your own DIY soil mix. It's easier than you think. A simple and effective mix is equal parts topsoil, compost, and a drainage material like perlite or vermiculite. Compost is your secret weapon here. It's packed with nutrients, improves soil structure, and you can often make your own compost at home for free using kitchen scraps and yard waste. Buying compost in bulk is also generally more affordable than bagged garden soil. For drainage, perlite or vermiculite are great. But if you're really on a budget, coarse sand can also work in a pinch. Just make sure it's not fine beach sand, which can compact. Another fantastic tip is to check if you can blend or amend the soil you already have in your yard. If you have decent garden soil, you might not need to buy all new soil. You can improve your existing soil by mixing in generous amounts of compost and other organic matter. This will boost its fertility, drainage, and water retention, making it suitable for your raised bed. Before you do this, it's always a good idea to check your existing soil's quality. You can do a simple soil test to see what it's lacking and amend accordingly. Even without a test, adding lots of compost is generally a safe and beneficial way to improve most garden soils. Finally, let's talk smart shopping. When you do need to buy soil or amendments, buying in bulk is almost always cheaper than buying bags. Check local landscaping supply companies or garden centers for bulk soil, compost, and wood chips. You can often get cubic yards delivered for significantly less per volume than buying individual bags. Also, keep an eye out for sales and discounts at garden centers, especially during the off-season. Don't be afraid to compare prices online and at different stores to find the best deals. Sometimes even asking for a discount can work. And if you're dismantling old containers, consider reusing that potting mix in your raised beds. Just make sure it's still healthy and amend it with fresh compost. So, there you have it. Budget-friendly ways to fill your raised garden beds without emptying your wallet. From layering organic materials at the base to making your own soil mix and shopping smart, these tips will help you create thriving raised beds on a budget. Which of these tips are you going to try in your garden? Let us know in the comments below. And if you have any other budget-saving secrets for raised beds, share them with everyone. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more gardening tips and tricks. Happy gardening!